Okay, this is Museum of Spidey, January 16th, 2020, 6:40 p.m. I just, my wife and I both just witnessed, so all these mysterious Colorado drones that they're talking about, and I think it's Colorado, Nebraska now they've seen them. I think both, but, I just saw one, or we just saw one. So at first it looked like one of those big orange fire lit lanterns, like the big Chinese lanterns that go up, soji balls or whatever they're called. So it looked like a Chinese lantern, and it was lifting up like this real slow, and I scuffled around for my binoculars, and I got the binoculars on it, and as soon as I got the binoculars on it, it stopped, and we both were like, what in the, and it, all of a sudden, it turned into two white lights, and then a red and a green light, um, and a red light in the back, and it looks just like the big, huge ones they're showing, like, this thing looked like it has to be, man, anywhere from, like, 8-ish to 10 foot across or something like that, wingspan, maybe 5 feet, something, front to back, I don't know, but it is a big drone, and so all of a sudden it was weird, it was like, it went from orange, and then just boom, all of a sudden it turns into the regular, like, airplane and drone lighting, and then it starts taking off forward, it starts coming right at us, and it was coming, it rose up out from behind the, we live where there's a big, I guess, like, forested hill. We live in the Black Hills of South Dakota, so that's also very interesting, and I'm going to explain my theory of why these mystery drones are flying around, and the government and everybody does the research and no one's confirming it, whatever, and there's no illegal activity or whatever. I know, I guarantee I know exactly why now. So anyways, it starts coming at us, and it goes right over our home. But as it got close, it slowed down, because I was looking at it with binoculars, and as soon as I went like this, I was like, oh, gotcha, like that, and I finally got it in focus perfect, and I could see the drone. As soon as I said that and saw it, it's like it saw me or something, and it just went and took off even faster, and took off right over our roof. So that literally just happened like 2 minutes before I hit record. My theory then is, because I also know there's news, being local here and stuff, that probably I'm sure it's probably in national news somewhere now, buried, but regardless, the Dakota pipeline, XL pipeline, is they're proceeding forth, to the border with Canada. What is it? Is it TC oil? TC something? Anyways, the Canadians' biggest oil thing, I guess, one of their biggest oils, is building. They're going to continuate the building through North Dakota and South Dakota, and there's probably going to be another huge DAPL coming, protest and all that, I imagine. So, regardless, I guarantee that's what this is about. That's why they're not talking about it. That's why these drones are showing up without anybody understanding the airspace. Well, what the odd part was is my wife and I had been researching about starting a business doing LiDAR-based drones. If you don't know what LiDAR is, and that's basically it sees into the ground, and they can see topography, and that's how they found, like, all these new temples and buildings down in South America using this technology. So it's a type of radar that can see through the earth, and you get what I'm saying. So, point being is it looked like the same thing, and it had a big thing on it, like it had the LiDAR camera on it, and all the necessary equipment, battery stuff that goes with that. And it took off super fast, like it obviously somebody saw it, and I didn't get enough time to grab my phone to film it. But I was looking with these big binoculars, so I'll, sticking my head out the window looking. So that's my absolute guess that I would guarantee 99.99%. I would guarantee that 100%. I guarantee they're secretly figuring out LiDAR stuff to not cause protests and big stinks over the continuation of the pipeline because of all the human trafficking and all the stuff that's being connected with the Dakota pipeline. They don't want more upset, and so I believe they're using these drones secretly. And maybe they make them look orange at first with orange lights, or maybe that's something that big drones do. I don't know, for the government. I don't know what that's for, a caution light or something, but or else they make it look like a lantern or something, so nobody thinks about it. And then once they get to a certain height, then they kick their lights on, the regular ones, and do their thing. Or actually, it could be they need the low light for the LiDAR. I'm not sure, but it was bizarre. It was like orange, like we saw, like pumpkin orange light. Just looked like a big ball of orange light going up. It stopped, like I said, and it hovered, and we were like, whoa, and started pointing, and I was like, that's a drone. And then it starts coming right over the top of us, and like I said, slowed down. As soon as I caught it with my big binoculars looking at it, that thing took off. Like, it went faster over the roof. And I would bet that this is something to do with LiDAR mapping that they're not telling anyone about. Maybe they're adding a pipeline connection that people don't know about, would be my guess, because of it being more on the east side of South Dakota. But I know there's a lot of, just locally, I know a lot of people who are already involved and invested in this Dakota pipeline, quietly. So, yeah, I guarantee that's what this whole mystery thing is about, is LiDAR mapping something, which I have my guess, but they're, or something bigger even maybe, that they're not telling people about. So there's the breaking news, and wanted to get that out before anyone else did, and so that somebody bigger channel can see it, hopefully. And yeah, that was crazy. If it comes back by, I'm gonna try to get footage of it. So we'll see if it has to comb back and forth or something. I don't know, but if it comes back, we'll get footage of it. All right, that's it. Spidey out.